Hi everyone, I'm Ernest and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll walk you through the Language Aptitude Test 2021 from Oxford. But before we begin, we shall look at the introductory paragraph. So it tells us that there's an invented language called Fanif, and that it does not distinguish between simple and progressive tenses. It also has a fixed word order different from English. So, we can move on to the question. In the first three sentences, we can see that it's just a permutation of subject and object. We have the dog, the cat, as well as the man. And by comparing the left-hand side and right-hand side, we can see that Selix, Semlixon, which both have leaks, and there's also Som Lenono and Leno, which both have Leno. There's also Sejok and Jokom, which both have Jok. And by highlighting, we can see that they correspond to the dog, the cat, and the man respectively. So, when does se or som or se with an accent, sem with an accent appear? And it's quite easy to see that they all correspond to the determiner or the definite article the. And when are they marked with or with an m in the definite article? And there's also in jokom. And there's actually a split between the first group of noun and the second group of noun. And so we can easily see that as in the accusative case, meaning it is the object marker for or m simply. And we know that se or so would be equal to the. Then we can know that the word order is actually S-O-V. And let's take a look at the verbs. So we have the two different forms of verbs, one with A in between and one with E in between. So we can highlight those with A in blue and highlight those with E in yellow. And we can highlight the verbs. We have sees and loves in blue. We also have see, love, chase, wait in yellow. We can see that verbs with A are singular, and verbs with E are plural. And there's also plural nouns. We can circle the plural nouns in red, and then we have men, dogs, cats, men, and we can do the same on the right hand side. Jok, Likson, Leno, and Jokom. So their similarity is that they all have the accents. Right, so accents mean that it's plural noun. And now we can solve the problem. So for so, shethor, som, lenonom, nav, we know that it is subject-object verb, so we have the something, and the something. We have shethor here in the right-hand side, it is the woman. And we need to ask ourselves, it is singular or plural? It is singular, obviously, because it doesn't have the accent. So it's the woman. And when it's lenonom, lenonom is cat, and it doesn't have an accent, so it is singular. Now we have nef here, so we know that it's chase, but this time it's chases, because it is in concord with the subject. Okay, done. Then we have Serix, Sem, Jokom, Shek. So again, we have subject and object as the first two group of nouns. Then what is leaks? Leaks, we know that it's the dog or dog, but this time it has an accent, so it'll be dogs. And then Jokom will be men, and it also has an accent, so it will be men. And what is Shek? For Shek, we can see that it is love. And it really is love because the subject is plural. Okay, so we have the dog waits for the man. So we need to put this first, and the man second, and waits for the last. So what is the dog? Again, so it is Serix. And then for the man, we have se, jok. But notice that is the object, so we need to put an M for it. So sem, jokom. And what is waits for? Waits for, we can see that from here, that is actually Jen. But is this Jen or Jan? The dog is singular, so it should be Jan. Right, and the man is the subject here, so we have se, jok, and the cat would be so leno. But this time with cat, so it will have the accent marked, and it's the object, so it will be in accusative case, and lenonom would be. Love, what is loves? Loves would be shark. There we have it. Moving on to the second question. In the second question, we can see that there are possessor and possessions. And we also have pronouns. And it's quite easy to see that the word order remains consistent except for these three sentences. So where should we start? We should actually start with things that we already know. And the thing that we already know is the man and dog. So we can look at this. Right, the man stalks. So what is the man again? Man will be jok and dog will be leaks. And where is jok and leaks in this sentence? On the right hand side. And jok and leaks. And we also have the, remember. I'll use another color. Alright, we also have the. And the thing for the will be se or so. And this time is sem and se. So, what is the word order for possessions? We can take a closer look that se and yokoi both have the y ending, and sem and iksom both have the m ending. So we can see that it will be sem liksom and se jokoi, and se jokoi will be in genitive case. We can use this pattern and put this on the girl's rabbit. Soy, therefore noi, would be the girl. And we have so falshoy, being rabbit. And this time it doesn't have the M ending because it is not in the accusative case. And lastly, we have place with as the last word, which is charge. And yeah, so we can still observe the SOV word order. However, when we take a closer look at the first sentence, we can see the possessor and possession here. And all we have left is the verb. And it's quite common for languages to not have a word for pronouns. Instead, they have a marking on the verb. We can see that the pronoun has the verb heard and it corresponds to third person plural. And for we, it is the verb here, and it has taken the inflection M. Same with we in the last sentence, which has the inflection M. And it is first plural. And for sentences with pronouns as subjects, the verb order will be V and O. Then we can solve the problem. Translate. So, shetho, sem, se, tharsoi, jorom, mar in English. So, we still have the and the. So what is shetho? Shetho would be the possessor, which means woman. And it doesn't have accents, so it is singular. We need to put se, tharsoi first, and then sem, jorom second. So what is tharsoi? And we actually see tharsoi in the other form, which is tharson, which corresponds to the object of this sentence, the possession of this sentence, and will be fishes. But this time it is in singular, so it will be fish. It will be fish, fishes, And what is jorom? Jorom would be the object of this sentence, which is eggs. And it does have the accent, so it will be eggs. And we have mar. Mar would be the other form of mer, so it will be eating. So the woman is eating the fish's eggs. And for the second sentence, so therefore sem se jok choi roshon fresh. So the and the was therefore. Therefore, which is the possessor of the subject. So the possessor is girl, so the girl. This time it's in plural because it has the accent. And Sam say Jochoi Roshon. Jochoi, remember, is the man. So the man. And what is Roshon? Roshon would be chicken, as we can see in this sentence. Roshon. Right, the man's chicken. Is it plural or singular? It is plural. So chickens. And what is fish? Fish would be the other form of fash, which is stealing or steal. The girl steal the man's chickens. Right. So for the sentences in English, they are looking for the man's cats. So what is they are looking for? They are looking for is actually the same as herk. Herk. And we put the cats first. So what is the cats? The cats would be soy lenonoi. But this time it is the object, the possession. So it should be in the accusative case, which is som lenonon. And it is plural, so we have the accent. And the man's would be the man's, so it would be say choi. Then we have C finished. Then for D, we are stealing the chicken's egg. So we are stealing. Stealing would be seen here, fash. So it would be far shem, because it is we are. And then the chicken's egg. Notice that it's chicken with the S before the apostrophe. So it's plural. So chicken will be roshon, and it's say roshoy with the accents because it's plural. And the egg in the accusative case would be jorom. But what is the form of the gender of egg? We don't know from the sentence above, but we actually know that in A, it is actually sem jorom. So sem jorom. And notice that it's actually singular, so we don't need the accent. Cool. Then we can study question 3. This time, the only variable would be past tense. And we can look at sentences with past tense. Saw, took, chased, were eating. And their verbs would be placed at the end. So it would be fadat, famen, faneth, and famenic. And it's quite obvious that fa would be the past tense marker on the verb. So we can actually solve this already. So similarly, we have the and the. And what's therefore? Therefore is girl, as we can see here. And it is plural. And soy, cheffonoi. And we actually cannot see cheffonoi in question 3. So we need to move back upwards to question 1. And we can see cheffonoi here. And this means is object of this sentence, which is women. So we know that cheffonoi would be the woman's. We have som, falshonom. Falshonom can be found here. Rabbits. Then we have chech, and we know that this is a past tense marker. and we can't see chich here, so we need to move back up. We can actually find chach, which is placed with. So in past tense, it would be played with. Next up, we have so, sashon, roshon, fahar. So what is so, sashon? So, sashon would be hawk because sashon is hawk. The hawk, singular, roshon would be chicken. And this doesn't have the definite article, so it would be chicken or a chicken. And then fahar, we have far as the past tense marker, so har is what we need to look for, but we don't have har here. So move back up, we have har here, and so har would be looked for or looked for if it's fahar. The hawk looked for a chicken. And then we need to translate the thief stole the hawk's egg. So what is the thief? Thief would be se fosh. Now it doesn't have the accent because it's singular again. So the hawk's egg, we have the hawk in the middle, remember. So hawk is sashon, and what is the determiner of sashon? We actually know this from sentence B, which is so. So soy, sashon. But remember, there's no sashoy, but sashonoi. And a singular. And egg would be jorom. And sem, jorom. And stole. Stole, remember, it's past tense, so we have the fa. And steal or stole, it's not in question 3, but it's in question 2, which is here, farsh. Farsh. Remember, however, that we need to check if it is farfash or farfetch, because if the subject is plural, it is farfetch. But this time it is singular, so we have farfash. Okay, next up, the woman's cat took the thief's fish. Okay, the woman is placed in the middle. I don't think it's here, so we need to move back up. The woman would be so, shetho. This time it is the possessor, so it will be soy, shetho, noi. Then we have the cat, that's not here again, so we can look that up. And the cat will be soleno. Soleno. Took the thief's fish. We have the thieves coming up next. So the thief would be the thief sefosh. This time it's say for sure. And the fish is found here. Tharson. Sem farson. And remember, we still have the verb, which is took. Okay, I'll put this down below. Took, we have tick, and tick would be men, interestingly, and so it would be fa men. But is it fa men or fa man? This time the cat is singular, so it would be fa man. And we're done. Okay, thank you for watching, and wish you luck in doing this, and hope you have found this useful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.